There's something wrong about the people of Stilfontein that I just don't understand.
To date, more than 1,387 illegal miners have resurfaced in the recent weeks, and of that, 919 are Mozambicans, 382 are Zimbabweans, 65 are the Basutos, and there is 13 South Africans. We should also maintain that we stand firm and in support of operations of those that want to come with a view to support those underground. But the main objective is, at the end of the day, to get everybody out of this specific shaft. And I must also make it clear that, as far as we are aware, nobody is trapped down there. There's nobody that is trapped because people are still resurfacing either here or through Margaret Shaft. So the quicker people resurface, that will be of assistance to everyone. I'm aware that since from Tuesday, Saturday, Monday, up to today, there has been a lot of groceries that has been sent down, including paraffin. And as I said, at the end of the day, we would want people to come out. We are aware that there are those that are really responsible for this. Some are down in the shaft, some are out here, which we are investigating with a view to deal with those kingpins that are responsible to take others down there. If indeed they were taken by force, as some of them indicate that they were forced to go there. They went there with an understanding that they are going to work, but only to find that they are forced to do the work under the mines. But that we wouldn't be sure at this stage. We do have the Hawks that are investigating, and the investigation will continue so that those that have to be brought to book are brought to book. And of course, there has been a number of successes in Velkom, in West Rand, and in the East Rand, where some of the kingpins were arrested, and a number of vehicles and assets, properties, were confiscated. So we will continue with that process, and of course we'll continue in identifying the real bosses that are responsible for getting people there if they are indeed forced to be there.
So you mean to tell us there's a bunch of kingpins in and around the country who are recruiting underage kids who happen to be illegal immigrants, with a few of our own people in the mix, then transporting them to the mine like human trafficking, then forcing them to work against their will like child slavery? And now that 1,387 of them have resurfaced, what's the point in feeding them groceries, because, as they said, they are not trapped?
But let's get an update and speak to one of the community activists, but he's also a member, one of the community leader, Thandeka Zinzitom, who's been part of this process. Thank you so much and welcome to Newsroom Africa. Maybe just give us an update in terms of, we've seen that earlier on there were a number of bodies that were retrieved. How many in total that have been retrieved so far?
Good afternoon. Already, I will count even the yesterday one and the previous one. So in all, I will say there are 6, because yesterday it was 2, then today is 3, and 2 weeks back it was 1. So it makes the total of 6 dead bodies that came out.
Those 6 people they pulled out were already dead. Whose fault is that? Who's to blame? Not the government, not the police. Let's move on.
Yesterday, the letters that we received had indicated that there's about 6 bodies. So are we saying at this moment there's 1 body that is yet to be retrieved?
Yes.
Okay. And talk to us about what's happening down there at the shaft. You know, we saw earlier on community members coming here on the road, but they have went back. And what is happening at this moment in time?
What they have asked, they already gave us 3 letters. The first letter is telling us that there are people who are very sick. They will appreciate if we retrieve those people today because they don't think they will make it tomorrow. And we have another letter saying that they are South Africans. They want to come out and they want this the process to be speed up because of they've been there too long. So they will appreciate if they use sharp 10 and sharp 11 because they want to speed up their process. They want to come out. That was their plea. And the third one, they were telling us that other people, they get sick because they are cooking cockroach.
Tastes like chicken.
Because there is no food. Yes.
And we are seeing now, more food that has been sent underground, even the items that were restricted. You, even as community activists, has indicated that you're only sending there things that can be prepared in 2 minutes. Are you not seeing this? Because now people have to go in there and cook up, allegedly so. This now, delaying the process of those that are coming, because if they need to cook first and then they must eat and then try to regain strength, is this not delaying that process of ensuring that people are coming to the surface?
No, according to me, it's not. It's helpful to them.
You're already delaying the process of getting them out because you're giving them food so they don't have to starve to death. Doesn't make any sense.
Because remember, a day, let's say yesterday and today, we have not taken anyone out. If we're going to take people alive out, it's going to take about 3-4 per day. So those hundreds or thousands that are there, in the meantime, how will they be surviving? So I think it's helpful for them. In the meanwhile, they are waiting for us because this process of the government that they're saying that is going to be more faster and take people, many people at a time. It's taking time. It's already 3 weeks. We are in a position having 6 bodies now. Because they told us that they will make means. And in those procedure that they were doing, they didn't give them food and water. Hence, today we are sitting in 6 bodies that are dead. So I think it's very helpful because we don't know when are we going to finish up taking them out.
The conversation that is going, we're also seeing on different social media platforms, Zinzi, that it's like you are somewhat encouraging or enabling the criminality that is said to be taken underground, considering that law enforcement officials are saying that this has been a crime scene and that's why they will forever be here monitoring and guarding what is happening here.
In terms of we are encouraging it, I can't comment on that. One thing that I know is that we want to save those lives and they are saving those lives. In the meanwhile, we are taking them one by one. They're supposed to eat. They have to drink something so that we can keep them alive. Because I don't think us and the government, we want those people dead. Not unless we want them dead, as they did 2 weeks ago and we got 6 bodies. Then we'll stop giving them food.
When we came here last time, there were many people who spoke when we against them because we did invite different groupings in smaller numbers. They said, what did you expect from us as people from Stilfontein? And they counted the number of townships around here. We are suffering from poverty. We are suffering from unemployment. So we realized that maybe we should come to these abandoned mines, old mines, to seek a living. They say so. They didn't say the Mozambicans that are here. They didn't say how they were joined by the Mozambicans. They say we were forced by our own circumstances as people from these townships to look for a living because we are poor and there are no jobs. But they didn't, and we also didn't ask. How did so many Zimbabweans overtook you and they are here in numbers? And they are the ones who are in numbers underground. They didn't tell us. When they spoke, and I was listening very carefully, very, very carefully in writing, they didn't say, how did it happen that unlawful as it is, But the majority of these people come from these different countries. How is it helping you out of poverty? And how is it helping you out of joblessness? That even in the small thing that we are doing here, unlawful as it is, but a situation has been allowed where the majority of the people who are in this now, I'm talking about reality of what is happening, the facts. Let me go on.
I believe the community itself is working hand in hand with the Kingpins and the zamas. There is no way Stilfontein is so poor that they can't afford to feed themselves, but here they are, gathering food, paraffin to feed some of the criminals. Where is the money coming from? Busy sending these so-called community activist leaders to speak on behalf of the illegal miners while she's wearing a new weave. But at the same time, the same stupidity is coming out of her mouth. I just don't get this place.